Sharif, what's up, brother? Hey, man, sorry for the confusion earlier. Don't know exactly what happened and why I made that 15-minute video with nothing but this indistinct whispers. So let's go over your video today. Or your profile. So right off the bat, this picture is a good picture. Your truck is a good-looking truck. You had it washed and detailed right before this picture was done. I love this photo. It's a really good photo. If I wanted to be a stickler, I would say not do it from your house. Don't do it right in front of your house for two reasons. Mostly, it just doesn't look as nice. Now, this looks, the tree in the background looks okay, and then these cars in the background aren't super distracting. But something to think about down the road as you make this into more of a business. That photo, when it stands out, it just kind of pops and makes things a bit nicer. As I go through these other photos, this photo I don't like it nearly as much. Again, I not that it's a huge deal, but just for privacy's sake, I don't really like doing them right on my house. Just something that you might consider. And then this photo does not look like the same colored truck as this side, just because of the shadow. So this is fine for getting started. Something to think about is using this. It looks like a good quality camera. You notice that the tire and the top is just barely cut off, but that's not a huge issue. A lot of times when you upload these videos, the pictures rather, especially from a mobile device, they don't upload very well on the computer. So both these were pretty good. Lighting on both sides. You want to go out on a kind of a cloudy day. So the lighting's not so rough on the car. This one again, just dark is all. This is fine. Nice picture of the front grille. I suspect that you probably took a little bit wider picture and it cut off some of that. So just something to think about when you upload them for the next time. The back one, you can see yourself there. I don't like this photo nearly as much. You can see you've been doing some yard work over here. You can see your actual house number and car seat. So I don't like that. I don't think it looks as nice. But that first photo I think is money. This is a good photo. It's taken from the kind of the front seat. It shows me the dash, shows me the steering wheel, shows me the inside's clean. You've got a floor mat. All that's good stuff. It shows me that there's 6 seats, which is uncommon. You want to maybe talk that up. So all that's good. Again, back seat's good. I can see the floor, and I suspect this is kind of the same thing. I don't know for sure, but I suspect that this was cut off a little bit and kind of cropped in there when you uploaded it. So just consider backing up maybe a step or two more than you normally would, and then uploading it that way with the understanding that it's probably going to zoom in anyway. And there's nothing wrong with taking more photos. One photo that I see in almost every single posting, I would put this armrest down, I'd set my butt right there, and I get a picture of the front dash from the back seat. It looks like you already did, but push these seats all the way forward so it makes your back seat look nice and roomy, which isn't really an issue in those Fords. They're massive anyway. And then just add a few more. Push this seat, get a picture with this down so that they see that there's a cup holder there, and a few more pictures could really do well for you. All right, as I come down here, you've already gotten some more trips. That's great, man. Keep it up. Lucky number 13. Sometimes there's different options and packages. I don't see that that's a Power Stroke, so that's fine. 4x4 right there in the description. XLT, make sure that you have the right package in there. All right, so these gas mileage numbers, right? So 20, they're going to put in what they think that you have. But maybe your car gets better than what the EPA thinks. Maybe you drive it, and when you drive it, your onboard diagnostic computer says you get 28. Just put in there without fudging the numbers too greatly. If it's a little bit more or less than that, err on the higher side, and then let people drive it as they need to. Good information here. This description is kind of weak, so I think you could do a little bit better here on your guidelines. Guidelines are great as far as setting some ground rules. I think that street smarts stuff is going to really work out for you, as well as your response rate here. That's got to be 100%, man. It's got to be at least 95, and you want to get that response time down. So I can't remember what the video was when I first looked at it, but that 14 minutes, you want to bring that down, and as you have that street smarts put in there, it's going to start dropping it from now on, and then your response rate should be 100% from now on. And that's one of the benefits of that street smarts is people see this and they're 89's right on the verge of okay, but you really want that up in the 95s, and you can go in there. I'll show you maybe a little bit later if I have time, or you can find it yourself. It'll show you what the top hosts have under your performance. It'll say top hosts have 95%, and if you want to make it as a power host to get that preferential listing, that's what you're going to want to do is to get that response time down, that response rate up. The guidelines, I would maybe talk up the car a little bit better first, right? So this description, church it up, man. This is an immaculate 2016, fully loaded, whatever, blah, 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 all the options, 4-wheel drive. Talk it up what it has. It's I've babied this thing. It's great. I like to have a backstory with it. All of my cars have a cause, I guess you could say. All of my cars are listed as my kids' cars. I see you have a kid, so we take a portion of everything that we earn and we put it into a savings account for the kids. I do that automatically each month. They each get, depending on their age and which car they have, they get a percentage of that, and it goes straight into an account. And then we've seen that account grow this past year. It's been kind of cool. And then I've gotten a lot of positive reviews saying, "Oh man, hey, Monty, James, whatever." That's so cool. I think that's really cool what you're doing, and you're teaching your kids business and yada yada. So I think that's something you could do is make this a little bit better here, make it a little bit more substantial. The features, if you got any extra features, put it in there. Looks like you already did. I don't really like this. Maybe write this down in this description, because no one's going to click on the more options. They see the first couple and they're like, okay, sweet. But you click down here, you open it up, you check out, okay, it's backup camera, 4-wheel drive, seating for 6. Right? Make a way to make that all in here and make this eye-catching. I'm going to show you a good one here from Ryan in just a moment. All right, extras. So this child safety seat, it's up to you what you want to do with that. I don't feel we used to have it. We got 5 kids, and we had 3 of them in car seats up until just recently. And so we've got car seats all over the place, but there's so many recalls on car seats, and if you're not keeping up with it, the risk reward just wasn't quite there for us. It is a huge benefit to not have to travel with a car seat. That is one absolute fact, but we really don't provide them to most guests just because of the liability issue. If you, let's say you install the car seat and then they get in a car accident, I mean, you get a dead kid or an injured kid, and then that is just not anything I really wanted to deal with at all. And then you find out the car seat wasn't installed right, or it had a recall or something. Up to you if you want to do that, but if you are, I would definitely get some type of extra paper that you have them sign and say that you are not liable for a damn thing. The camping tent, great, perfect. $20 a day is fine. Keep in mind, as of my last reading of the terms of conditions, if they lose this tent, you're not getting paid back. So you get that $20 and that's it. If the tent's worth less than $20, no big deal. If it's worth more, then maybe not. Same thing with this child safety seat. The guidelines, it's great that you set it up front. I think Street Smarts is a bit better way to do that. Your ratings are great, 5 stars. I see you've got a few different return renters here. That's what you want, and I don't need to go into more feedback there. The car location is fine, and if this is what you're working in, if you're just doing it from your house, then that's perfect. All right, let's go into you. So usually they'll look at this, right? They'll see the car, and they're like, okay, that's a nice car. They'll check the price out. Those are the number 1 and 2 most important things: is the car's picture and then the price. Number 1 and 2 most important things. And you got a good picture. The price, I think, is better than it needs to be, based on what I was seeing from some of your competitors last time I looked at this video. It's taking some time, so let me show you Ryan's. He's a top host. Ryan has over, look at this, 100% response rate, less than 2 minutes. Okay, and that 2 minutes is probably just a issue of the internet. So that's really good. You can see the price per day is high, but it's a Viper, and then you can see these photos. Now you'll notice that there are these verified photos down here at the bottom. Turo will come and they will take pictures of your car. So if you're near Dallas, I'm pretty sure Dallas has it. It might be worth it to contact them. Just go onto the support and look up how to get photos, and they'll actually have a photographer that'll come. He'll find a spot for you. You'll notice there's nothing distracting from this. It's the car, and it's a nice scenery in the background. Then they take it somewhere else, and they get these shots. So just copy these shots. This is what they're professionally doing. So do the same thing for yours. The front quarter, left, right, front on, rear quarter panel, full side, full back, and then the other rear quarter panel. And you can see the difference between these professional photos and this photo he took himself. This is still a good photo, but it's just not, the colors aren't there. So get a good photo. Picture of the trunk. You want something like that. Picture of the interior from the back quarter. You already have that. And then this is the one you're missing that you're going to add is a picture from the back seat so they can see all the dials and see kind of what to expect. He's got a picture of himself. This is also his profile picture. No, it's not, but it used to be. And you can see that he took his car here. He's got a nice Lamborghini that he went and got a picture of in front of this gorgeous house. This is what he had before he got. So try to emulate some of the stuff you see here in this. A nice photo from the ground, hills in the background, and that Cobra. This one got cropped off too. You can see it's not as exactly what he wanted to do. And then you can see, find a good one, and then go here. Weather in Arizona is gorgeous. Take this beauty for a spin. You want to get them thinking about the car. Why would you rent a crappy four-door car when you could have this awesome truck? Or, you're in Texas, drive a truck, something like that. You want to say right now you don't have this, right? But you want to say every trip has been a 5-star review, and we're going to help you with a flawless thing. This is the car. He talks a little bit about it. Then in there he says all this nonsense, right? And then that covers you later. Blah-de-blah. They were featured on Turo's blog as someone that was awesome. They put their free credit in there. That way, if it's someone's first time go and they haven't signed up yet, then you might get free $25 off. That also might be the thing that puts them on there. He tells you exactly how to do it. When I first started, I copied this crap. Now, they have taxes there. They have short-term rental taxes. I do not in El Paso. We've got none. So this is something that he charges in addition to it. So he's going to say, you hereby agree to pay the sales and usage tax at the conclusion of your rental period via the Turo app. He's going to send them a request for taxes after the thing is over. If that's something that you have, it's something you can look into. And Street Smarts can help you out do that. By the way, those posts are done now. You should have those uploaded. You can see what he has. Post-trip cleaning. I've gotten paid on that. I've gotten paid on prepaid fuel, and I've got a cooler once. Those are the 3 things we offer. I think we have a couple more, but those things are good. I mean, this is he's got 1,300. He does this full time. He just got his 60th car. So find someone that's good and do what you want. Can we go over 100 miles per day? That's what he has a limit, and then he has an additional charge of 99 cents per mile. You can see blah, 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 all that stuff there. All right, so back to yours. Hopefully yours is loaded now. All right, photo's good. It's not great, but it's fine. Picture your face. You can see who you are. That's good. The background is not as nice, but that's fine. That's not really, that's kind of nitpicky at this point. I see you've got another Toyota Sienna, probably this one parked right over here somewhere. Also great. Not as many trips, probably your normal driver is what I'm guessing. Approved to drive, yes. You got an email address, phone number, that's good. You joined. You've been around for a while. 14 trips total, and we've got to work on those 2 things right there and get that up. These are all good ratings. Really, that's kind of what I'll leave you with. This is Ryan's one, and let me just move this up so you can see. That's his web address, but he's not the only one. There's people that are better, not nicer, not more mentory than me. More mentory than him. But if you want to type that in and look that up, and then you can kind of copy some of the things that he did good, and then try to emulate those in your own thing. That's it for you. Take a look. I looked at your. At what else was out there when I looked up your place last time. It seems like there's not a ton of demand right there just yet. If you can get closer to an airport, that helps. If you can't, then just keep working it. You're probably already making money. 14 trips on that car. I suspect you're probably already making some good money on it, and it's turned into a little bit more than just a side time hustle. Than just a kind of a curiosity. Now it's probably a side time or part-time hustle. So, Sharif, appreciate the support, man. Appreciate you on Patreon. consider in the future, if you want to do that $50 patron support thing, we'll rent the car from you. You'll get paid that money back, so that a lot of that $50 is going to come right back to you anyway, and it's something to consider, and then you'll get more reviews, and your response rate will go up. So something to consider down the road. Anyway, I got 2 seconds left. Peace, brother. Thanks.